Is it sanctioned?
No.
No, okay.
And we are live. Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. It's your host, Dynasty Champ Chuck. We back at it with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share on your social media platforms. Training camp is right around the corner. I mean, it already started for a few of the players, of course. Got your select few that go in there first. But the real thing where everybody's in it begins this Sunday out in St. Joe. So, I'd like to introduce the fellas here. My guy Country's on the top right. My guy Boogie's on the bottom right. And we got a new special guest in the building. He's with Sports Radio 810 WHB. He hosts In the Pocket. Welcome, my guy Covell Hudson. This first appearance on Kingdom Cast. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's great to have you.
Appreciate it. No, y'all been following y'all for a minute. I appreciate the movement. I appreciate when folks is out here giving good content and we all look like each other. So you know it's good when we out here working together. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. You know, that's what we're trying to bring to the table. So yeah, man, let's get to know you for a little bit, man. Okay. You're basically a jack of all trades, man. Not only do you host sports radio, you're also a comedian, and you done some acting too, man. So like, what was the first thing you got into, you know, before we got all these three different things you got going on?
See, my background is management.
Okay.
You know, in management, but you know, like I got tired of dealing with people. You know, I got tired of dealing with people, and I used to always get in trouble for my mouth. You know, I always say what I want to say. That's usually my problem. So, the older I've gotten, I figured out how to harness that a little bit. You know what I mean? I figured out how to harness what I should be saying and what I can take the risk of saying. And you know, it's just easier to do that when you're not trying to represent somebody's company. So, you know, comedy came natural. I was always a comedy fan, a fan of comedy. And, you know, TV or growing up, you ain't know that you can go do comedy. You thought you had to move to New York or live in California. And once I went to a comedy show and I saw there was local comics here, I was like, oh, I can do that. Look at his shoes. I'm funnier than him. You know, so I started doing that. Literally, my first mic, I went there and I was like, hey, can't none of these dudes like ruin my image or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so I started doing that. And I've been traveling with the veterans of comedy. I've been all over this country telling jokes, making folks laugh. And I should start doing more shows in Kansas City. I actually have 2 coming up. So I'm gonna start doing more in the city. And I host In the Pocket with Covell Hudson every Monday at 4 ESPN Kansas City, and I do a weeknight on Sports Radio 810, but that weeknight changes. So you know how I got into it, man. I'm a hustler, man. You know, like I don't want to live a regular life. I don't want to do regular things. So you know, I do it all. There's some movies that I've been in that I'm not proud of. I wouldn't say go check them out. Just know that I've been in some movies. You know, that's how it go. That's how it go.
The flex is being in the movie. It ain't about how good the movie was.
Exactly. But, you know, I used to tell people, then they're like, hey, man, I saw you in that movie, man. That movie was bad. I'm like, it's not the point. It's not the point. You got to get
started somewhere, man.
You got to get started somewhere. You seen the first Tyler Perry movie? Even to the last one. But no, yeah, man, that's a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm a family man. You know, I'm a family man before everything. I like to take care of my little ladies. So, you know, like, this is what I do. And, you know, like, I should do more social media. I'm like an old man. I just want to tell my jokes. I just want to talk my sports and go home. But I'm trying to adjust to that because that's the only thing holding me back right now.
Yeah, you got to get active on that social media, bro. That's the new party promoter right there.
No, for sure.
For real.
Like if it was 50 years ago, man, you know, I can just, hey, I'll be here all week. Just come check me out. You know what I mean? I'll sell CDs out the trunk, but times have changed.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be active on social media. All of them too. It's like you can't just be on Twitter. You got to be on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Snapchat's still a thing.
Snapchat's
still on there.
Not if you're married.
Threads.
Not if you're married.
Not if you're married.
You said not if you're married.
No, that's a rough one, man. Yeah. No, for sure. Hey, anybody figured out Threads yet?
No.
I got a Threads account, but I haven't been on it in a minute. I gotta have to explore that a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Get back into it.
Like,
Man, I need somebody.
I write jokes. What'd you say?
I was gonna say we need somebody to do our social media. That's hard, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I need to hire somebody for free.
For free. That's
Hire
an intern.
For the time being.
Negro.
For the time being. Yeah.
For the time being, yeah.
Hey, my lady cook. You can eat dinner over here every night. You just run my social media.
Right. That's man, please. Oh man.
All right, so let's go and get to it, Covell. So Covell, man, how long have you been a Chiefs fan? Or are you a Chiefs fan? Or are you just covering the team just cause?
I'm a diehard Chiefs fan. Like, and the difference is I watch the Royals when they're good, but I watch the Chiefs good, bad, or ugly.
But that's like most people with the Royals.
Yeah. Like when them tickets.
We just want them to keep us entertained until the football season starts. That's all they got to do. They did their job this year. They did their job this year.
Hey, the night is young. It's been rough these last few weeks. The night is young.
Kevin, we don't mention that name. Come on, bro, chill. Chill, man.
Bullshit. He know better.
Can we mention Bronny?
Nope.
I mean, sure.
Nope.
Not
on here, bro.
Good for him.
Nope.
Good for him, man. Finally got it done. But anyway.
So you said diehard Chiefs.
Yeah. Diehard Chiefs fan.
We told you the rules before we started, man. Come on, man.
Hey, why do you think I'm doing comedy, man? It's the only place where I can't get in trouble, where I don't have to follow the rules. But no, man, I've been a diehard Chiefs fan. I became a huge fan when it woke up for me with Priest Holmes. When Priest Holmes was here, that was my guy. I even tried to play like him a little bit when I was playing. It didn't work out too great, but like I tried to play like him. Trent Green, that's when I fell in love with the Chiefs, Tony Gonzalez, and then and we don't have to bring up what we've been through after that, like the whole Tyler Palko, Herm Edwards, man, yeah, it was,
Palko, yeah,
that was crazy.
It was real crazy. Thigpen, Tyler Thigpen, and he got. So I watched every game. I've watched every snap. I was that delusional. What fan would I say? I was like a Chargers fan for most of my life. Well, I was like, hey, next year though, we got it. So yeah, die hard. And like I don't even know how to handle this success for real. I've been trying not to be an arrogant Chiefs fan, but it's hard not to. What about y'all? Y'all die hards?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, bro.
Yeah. I've seen y'all work. Yeah.
And
I definitely was that guy. I definitely was that. We'll get him next year, guy. Mm-hmm. I'm extra positive. Boogie is. I wouldn't say Boogie's negative. Boogie is I'll believe it when I see it type of guy, and Chuck is kind of in the middle of that, where he's positive, but he believe it when he see it too. So we balance each other out.
No,
yeah,
okay.
And look, I was there when we just came up short when Brett Favre played his final game at Arrowhead in Green Bay Packers uniform. I was there for that game. I've been to the game when people was cheering on Matt Castle when he got hurt against the Ravens.
Ooh, yeah.
Aaron Winston.
We're not gladiators, man. We're not gladiators.
Yeah, we are.
We've been through all of it, bro.
Yeah, Todd Haley. And you know what? But Todd Haley, he could have been fine if he kept Romeo Crennel and Charlie Weiss, but his ego got in the way.
Eliminate bad football.
I agree with that. I think if Haley would have kept everything around him strong, he could have been a better coach than he was, but he was kind of doing a little too much. And you know what? Him and Pioli probably just wasn't going to work anyway.
Well, Pioli
egos clashing.
Yeah.
No, I think he knew he was a lame duck, and he just was like, all right, you gonna play with me? Okay, I'm playing Tyler Thigpen for the next 3 weeks.
He wasn't a lame duck. We had. I say we, like I'm in the organization. We had plans for him.
No, that's we.
Yeah, he was a young fella.
Cool.
He was fiery. We were like, yeah, we can do this. And then, yeah, man, I'm sure he drives like a big truck. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when people have little man syndrome, you drive like a big truck or a Corvette. That's what his vehicle is, for sure.
Don't let Pioli skate by either, because he had an ego too.
I think Pioli was a bigger problem than Haley.
Yeah, but he got it right more than he got it wrong. So we just needed a coach to put all, like, he got pretty good ingredients. We just needed somebody to stir the ingredients just right. And, you know, sometimes you need to broil it, not bake it. You know what I'm saying?
But
my favorite.
My fault, country. I think the thing with Pioli is what you're saying is true, but you got to find somebody that can work with him. And it was so hard to find somebody that would work with just him. It got to be a Patriots guy.
He was on that New England vibe too. He probably should have just hired Romeo Cornell out the gate. He shouldn't have even hired Ty Haley.
Yeah,
my favorite Ty Haley though. You know my favorite Ty Haley, Boogie. Snap the fucking ball, Brody. Snap the ball. Hey, bro. Hey, Ty Haley was off the chain.
No, he was out here thugging.
Todd Haley. I'm coming for Todd Haley because we got to get his side of the story. We're going to have to get Todd Haley's side. I'm coming for Todd Haley.
Yeah, that Brady Quinn, that was
nice. Oh, yeah. It was
getting crazy.
Brady Quinn.
Man.
Listen, what was that other one that you used to like?
Palco.
No. We missing the quarterback.
We had to like Palco.
Damon Howard. Heward.
No, the one you used to like.
You talking about Kyle Morton?
Tyler Bray.
That's Tyler Bray.
Tyler Bray.
Shut up, man.
Oh hell. Oh my god.
Ain't nobody.
Hey, Country was trying to throw away the friendship over Tyler Bray, man.
Tyler Bray man was going bro. He had that arm, bro. He had an arm, bro.
Just like Brody Croyle, he had an arm, but
Brody Croyle.
Brody Croyle had an arm and a fine wife, and that's about it.
Hey, you know what? I won't hold that against you. Battling for Tyler Bray, because that's what we had to do. We had to,
bro.
We had to live that life until we got Patrick Mahomes. That's what we had to do. Tyler Bray. Good Lord.
Nasty.
Man, they ain't even selling used cars right now. What are they even doing right now?
Who knows?
Tyler Bray does SEC football work, I think.
Great college quarterback.
Yeah, they all were great college quarterbacks.
Great may be overstating it, but you know.
Yeah, I know about great.
Wasn't Brody like the number one? Wasn't Brody like the top Alabama quarterback for? Didn't he hold records and everything?
Yeah, but he was like AJ McCarron. He was the same situation like AJ McCarron without the national championships.
Basically.
Just man. So like this is nice.
I hate you,
like the memory.
I hate you, Kyle.
That's the perfect description. That's the perfect description of Brody Croyle right there.
Snap.
What was you saying? What was you saying, Bill?
No, but I'm saying it's nice to rejoice and talk about the old times. You know what I mean? The times when we had to go through and suffer. You know, like so, like that makes right now feel like it's well deserved. Like we were supposed to be here. We had to come back. We had to lose to the Colts twice in the playoffs. We had to lose to the Pittsburgh without them scoring a touchdown. We had to do that to appreciate Patrick Mahomes and what we're doing right now. Preparing for a three-peat. So, you know.
Nasty wounds right there you just was talking about.
Yeah, that Colts one.
Alex Smith was John the Baptist. He had to prophesize the coming of the son, man.
No, for sure.
And then Pat got crucified by the Pats, and then we've been on the run ever since. You know, he had to die for us.
Oh man, that's true. Man, how painful was that? I remember picking my daughter up and said, "We just won. We're going to the Super Bowl." And then I came back and saw the flag.
Hey, Bill, somewhere in my phone, I got a video of me with my shirt off in that cold weather at that game, excited that we just won. And then you see the afterwards. Somewhere in my phone, man.
Oh, gosh.
Bro, I was on club level with the Forward Progress game. So I was in there clowning, about to get kicked out. And then I almost got kicked out of the Arrowhead Stadium. I almost got banned because of that Forward Progress with Derek Johnson. Shout out to Derek Johnson, man. We need you on the show. Period.
I left that game when the Titans took the lead. I left that game. I was like, because I knew we weren't going to win. I knew we weren't going to win when they took the lead. I said,
You know for leaving games. That's how you.
Right.
We already getting screwed. We already
Yeah.
getting screwed by the refs. I know what's up. Alex Smith not doing anything without Travis Kelce. Yeah, I knew what was up. Yeah.
Man. And
Anyway,
last one I got to bring up. When we lost to the Colts, and they came back from like 24 points. They came back.
yeah.
That's
it
the
was more
first
than
time.
that.
Yeah, it was bad. But that was the first time as a grown man I almost cried. I had to dig deep and say, what's important in my life? What's going on with me? Where that makes me so. Yeah,
that
man.
game was just so weird because I've never in my life of watching football 20 years, I've never seen that many important players get hurt. Back to back to back to. I've never seen that.
Bruh, in the third quarter, I was already talking New England. I was like, okay, when's Jamal Charles? Is Jamal Charles going to be good to go next week? I was in that mode. We was up that big in Indianapolis. And then we fell apart. I'm still mad at Kendrick Lewis.
We was winning even when players was getting hurt.
Yeah,
Like Jamal got hurt, we still was winning.
It was coaching while we lost.
What did we lose? We lost Jamal, Brandon Flowers. Who else went out that day? Did Donnie Avery get hurt that day?
Yeah, we was down to
we was down like 6 guys. It felt like.
Because didn't Dante Robinson have to play?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dante Robinson. Dante Robinson. I haven't heard that name in eons.
But seriously, I seriously wanted to fight Kendrick Lewis after that game because he kept letting T.Y. Hilton run by him.
Hey, when I kept seeing him do that, I said, "Oh yeah, I already know what time it is, bro. I knew it. And we was doing everything perfect, bro. Alex was going deep, like we was looking good that first half. First 2 quarters, I'm like, the Chiefs offense never played this good with Alex.
And Jamal went out the game the first possession.
It was crazy, dude.
Yeah. Is that how early he went out? He went out there?
Yes. The very first possession, yes. Bro.
Dang.
And we still
That's one of the games. That's one of the games I was at work. And we was listening to it. I wasn't really watching the game. I was listening to Mitch. And then I was working with my cousin at Wings and Things. And I looked at him. He said, "All right, man, go home." We weren't even close. He was like, "Yeah, go home, bro." It's all good, man.
Davis had like 100 yards that game, too.
You said Niall Davis, and Niall Davis had 100 yards?
Didn't he was
Niall Davis was cooking.
Yeah,
he was cooking.
Yeah. He was cooking. Niall Davis. Wow. Yeah, we've come a long way, gentlemen.
We've come a long way. Now we get to discuss our backup running back and stuff. Like,
man. I don't even know who our running back is. It's at the point I don't even care though.
Let's transition, Chuck. Look, how we think about this training camp now, Chuck?
Let's go and get to the main. Let's go and get to the main subjects at hand. We first heard from Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, but let's talk about what Patrick said. Okay, so like Patrick brought up the fact that he loved the end result of the Super Bowl and winning and all that, but he said it wasn't fun playing that type of football. You know, the offense struggling, the drop passes and penalties and whatnot. You know, miscommunications here and there. So he feels like there's some room for improvement, and he feels that guys need to get better and stuff. So, Covell, I mean, what was your thoughts of Patrick at his press conference, and we specifically said that part about the struggles he went through this past season?
Well, I think he he didn't get any MVP votes last year.
Yeah.
You know, people were, he was low in the votes with the MVP. He was low, I think he got all pro, but it was too much chatter. Everybody was saying this is his worst season. Everybody saying the Chiefs offense is broken. They're being saved by the defense. And I think in the moment he was fine with it because he was eyes on the prize, but they just won 2 straight. So I think it's fair for him to say, "Hey, I want to go back to 50 touchdowns. I want to go back to taking the top off." So that's what I heard from him. He said, and he specifically got in our GM. Jesus, what's his name?
Brett Veach.
I almost said Todd Haley. Jesus. Brett Veach. I'm sorry.
Brett Veach. So you could tell Brett Veach and Andy Reid, they were focused on getting speed, getting guys that can move. I was hoping for a little bit more size, to be honest, but Hollywood Brown and Xavier and Hollywood Brown, those 2 guys are really going to open it up with Rashee Rice, because the guys last year, Yeah, I took a lot of heat for supporting Kadarius Toney. I still believe in him, but
whoa.
I've taken a lot of heat now. I'm still, man. He's talented. He is talented. Like, you can't replace talent.
I don't know.
When that talent starts talking too much, though.
Yeah, there's an extent.
I'm sorry.
You can't replace some talent when it comes to an extent. When it gets to that point, yeah, that talent can be replaced. That's all we've seen from Kadarius Toney is talent. Like, we saw like the highs when against the Jacksonville Jaguars, in the regular season, but he's been injured. He's been inconsistent, and it definitely took a toll last season. He's dropping a bunch of passes. And it really got to that breaking point when they played New England. That's when it reached a breaking point. And you didn't really see him no more after that.
For sure. Let me get like 45 seconds to say,
go ahead.
All right, in training camp, he got hurt. He missed all the training camp.
Right.
Brett Veach took his face in front of cameras and said, Kadarius Toney can be a number one receiver. So now he's rushing to get back. So now he's got that pressure on him. When he got traded the year before, it was supposed to be a project. Let's ease him into it. Some guys got hurt. He got forced into action, made some good plays. So the expectations got raised. I see you folding your arms over there. I see it. But and he had no training camp, no practice. He went to play the first game, and the moment was a little bit too big for him. And I won't hold that against him. We shouldn't have been depending on Kadarius Toney as a number 1 or 2 receiver. And Sky Moore. Sky Moore is partly to blame for that as well. So, because Sky Moore played bad. He wasn't supposed to play that bad. We weren't supposed to be dependent on Kadarius Toney that much, even MVS. So, I think the organization still has faith in him. I do too. I think he's going to get 600 yards this year. Some people think I'm crazy for that.
Where at, though?
Gosh.
Crazy?
Yeah, somebody clipped that. Somebody clipped that.
You said what?
600 yards.
600 yards. He's talented, man.
Good Lord.
600 yards.
Okay, so he's going to be on the depth chart above Justin Watson at least?
Justin Watson, McCole Hardman, probably Justin Ross, Sky Moore. You can't. If this was Madden, our receiver crew, who's the most talented? Who's the most talented?
Hollywood Brown, Xavier.
I'm sure Kadarius would be like at least wide receiver 3 because of his speed.
Yes,
if he's talking about playing Madden,
is Toney more talented than Worthy?
You said it again?
Is Toney more talented than Worthy?
I mean, as far as straight line speed, probably not. But as far as, like him, Percy Harvin, Barry Sanders, who else can move the way Kadarius Toney can move?
Whoa, Bill, hold on, sir. We got to dial it back a little bit.
Let's do it.
Name some good players.
Yes.
Great players.
Yes. Percy Harvin.
See, I think as Chiefs fans, how we look at his talent and how the rest of the league looks at his talent, I don't think he's nearly as talented as we thought when we first acquired him.
That's what I'm getting at too, bro.
That good for us to be saying he's that talented. There's no way he can be more talented than Rashee Rice, who he only knew 2 routes last year, and he still produced.
And I forgot about Rashee.
Yeah, I mean,
so wide receiver
can
4
run so many different route trees
and
catch. I can't say he's more talented than him. Xavier Worthy just ran the best speed in combine history. Can take the top off. I'm not saying he's more talented than him. So I
think talented might be the wrong word, but I think talented might be the wrong. He's electric. He's dynamic. It's just he be hurt all the time, man. Ain't nothing we can.
He's a young dude. He's probably still eating Cheetos and hot fries, man. We're going to get him on.
And that's a bad thing, Bill.
Yeah, but he's had to mature. The Chiefs are trying to give him time to mature.
Has he?
Hey, Bill, it might be.
Hold on, Chuck, real fast. Has Kadarius Toney showed any of us any signs of maturity since he's been here?
Okay, so the Super Bowl when he was wearing house slippers during the Super Bowl, that bugged me a little bit. But he's been quiet all offseason. He's had his head down. He's been working with the trainers. Like, Like, and the Xavier Worthy, I think he's going to have a pretty good season, but I don't think he's going to have the season that Rasheed Rice had. Rookies traditionally do not have great seasons in Andy Reid's system. So I think at some point we're going to have to lean on Kadarius Toney.
Okay, Vel, let me ask you this, bro. Like, you don't think it's too late for Toney to mature? Because right now you looking at him competing for the 5th wide receiver spot, and it ain't looking good for him, man.
4th.
I can't see 4th, bro, because they love Justin Watson.
They love Justin Watson, but he don't do what. Well, and look, and once again, like, it feels like a weird hill to be trying to die on. Mm-hmm. I just believe in talent. I just believe in talented fellas and potential. And if the Chiefs can get him to 70% of his potential, I think we have a real weapon.
And I would believe in potential and talent, but it comes to a point where you've been out so long, somebody else can come in and take your spot, and he's about to be at that point.
No, I agree. He's got to have a good training camp. He's got to have a good preseason
to make the team.
To make the team,
yeah, to even make the roster.
Around, but they wouldn't have kept him around if they didn't believe in him. I don't believe.
I think this might be more training camp body than anything. I'm not sure he'd make it to the week 1 roster, bro. I really don't.
He put that boy on the practice squad.
Well, see, and I didn't mean to hijack the show. I didn't mean to hijack the show with the Kadarius Toney thing.
No, you good.
Okay, all right.
But I don't think it's a guarantee. Like, especially when you keep McCole, because why are you keeping McCole? That's what it is, DJ. That's what it is.
Why? Like,
yeah, we forgot about McCole too. So yeah, he probably not gonna make the roster, bro.
Well, McCole Hardman was signed because Rasheed Rice has those legal situations. We don't know, and I've been saying the only thing that can stop the Chiefs is the law. That's the only thing that can stop the Chiefs. But Rasheed Rice could be suspended. We have small dudes. That's what worries me. All of our receivers are small dudes. Somebody's gonna get hurt an ankle, hurt a shoulder, or whatever. So the better depth you throw out there, I think the better. And Sky Moore's not a lock. McCole Hardman was a guy that everybody knows. Justin Ross may make it. Nico Remigio. Other than that, I don't see how Kadarius don't make the team. But we don't have to make this a Kadarius podcast.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
We don't. But hold on. I do want to say one more thing on that though. If we're looking at it like that, Sky Moore, I even think is more reliable than Toney because he's healthy and he can play every position. And when you said McCole is here, that was to replace Rasheed Rice. But Rasheed Rice, we heard reports this week that it might be next year he gets suspended. But even with that, even if you're picking up McCole, you're not picking up McCole to replace Rasheed Rice. Like,
not replace, but you have another veteran in the system that knows Andy, knows Patrick, knows all that. So I think that's what that was.
But does McCole and Toney do more of the same things, right?
I mean, a little bit. McCole's been disappointing since he got there. And, McCole, the Chiefs only got McCole Hardman because the Tyreek Hill issue.
Well, yeah. And if you want to talk about disappointed for his draft position, okay, maybe. But McCole has had some games where he's came up big. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you like to see a little more consistency, McCole? Yeah, but you just saw this playoff run. Like, he got to
he almost lost 2 games.
I know.
He almost lost the Chiefs 2 games in a row.
But Toney did lose his game.
I know. Exactly.
It's like early.
Because McCole had a rough playoffs at the beginning, but in the last he came through in the Super Bowl when it counted. You know what I'm saying? So he made up for all that. But yeah, we can go on and switch the subject up a little bit.
All right.
But let's go ahead and talk about Xavier Worthy because Patrick and Andy, they answered the question about Xavier Worthy a little different. Because Patrick was saying there's no easing in with Xavier because Xavier didn't participate in minicamp because of his hamstring, and then Andy was saying, well, we're gonna ease him in a little bit. So maybe some conflicting answers there, but I don't know. I mean, Patrick might have a little more of a say in this matter. So you said Xavier Worthy, you don't expect much from him this year, but when can you see Xavier make a true impact on this team this year? How long does it take for him to, get comfortable in the system?
So, and I'll start with, like they had conflicting messages, and that is why players play and coaches coach.
Facts.
So that's coaches are supposed to save you from yourself. You know what I mean? So that's what Andy Reid's job is. But Xavier, I think he's going to have a solid rookie season. I think he can end up having 400 yards. But much like Rashee Rice, I think he's going to come on later in the season. And traditionally, in the Andy Reid offense, rookies don't usually make a big impact. And I can't imagine 2 rookies 2 years in a row making a big impact.
I feel that.
Yeah, and unless there's some injuries and we just need them.
Yeah, right. I would hope they wouldn't be forced to, because Rashee Rice wasn't supposed to have the year that he had, but they didn't have no other choice.
Exactly.
No other options. You know what I'm saying? So
because
hopefully it don't work out like that.
Because throughout Andy Reid's system, rookies that have been into it, like the only time you've seen rookies produce in a big way is if they basically had no choice but to get thrown to fire. Like you saw Rashee, and then when Andy and Philly, you saw Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin, they had no choice but to get thrown to fire because they really had nobody else on their roster. So those are just a few examples right there.
No, yeah, for sure. So I think he's going to be a dependable dude, but I don't think it's going to be his show yet. Next year, this is the last year on a lot of guys' contracts, so he should be a big part of it next year. But
you know what? We don't talk about enough. Hollywood Brown is only on a 1-year deal, so he's gonna want to show out because he's gonna want to get paid.
That's my next thing too.
And Kansas City is not in the habit of paying wide receivers. That's why I don't get the Brandon Ayuk interest, because if San Francisco ain't gonna pay him $28 million, which I think we gonna want to pay him,
bro. That's the rumors or whatever.
That's ridiculous. We're not paying no. If we didn't play Tyreek Hill, we're not playing Brandon Ayuk. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know how much I like him. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to hurt y'all feelings, but I think Hollywood Brown he gonna be motivated, extra motivated to get paid. And how many more big paychecks do we got left in his career?
Yeah,
he's still young.
Yeah, he's still young, and he took less. Like there was 3 receivers. I don't have my notes. Well, I don't have all my notes in front of me. There was 3 receivers that signed deals this year to long-term deals, and Hollywood's numbers were better. So he took a discount to come to the Chiefs.
He took a prove-it deal.
He took a prove-it deal, but I don't think that means he's necessarily trying to break the bank. I think if the Chiefs can get him a nice, probably 18, 17 million over 3 years after this year, if he has a good year, I think he'll take that. I don't think he's going to be looking for 25, 28, plus the injuries and things like that. So, and I'm not expecting him to play 17 games. Knock on wood. I'm hoping he is, but he hasn't shown that. So I'm hoping he plays just good enough.
But that goes to your point, and I agree with you. That's why I wanted to draft Keon Coleman, because I wanted more size, more physicality in the wide receiver room, because we got speed. We got speed all now. Speed, we got that in abundance. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see more physical. And then Xavier, this hamstring has been all off season, and then he jammed his finger the other day. Like, are y'all a little scared? A little bit. I'm a little nervous about Xavier right now.
But you also wanted Keon because he went to Florida State.
I did want to. Okay, yeah.
Let's get that out there.
Well,
Keon is nice too.
He's fun. He's a funny dude.
He's hilarious.
He is.
But I like Xavier. I think he's gonna be good.
I like
what Andy Reid likes in receivers. Like, this is that Deshaun Jackson, Maclin type receiver. So I think, Andy Reid with him, he'll be good. Like you said, 400 yards this year. I still think we're gonna get some explosive plays from him. But like you said, I just don't think he'll be our number one. But with Hollywood, like you said, Hollywood is just the help, bro. He can run all the routes. He's never had a good quarterback like this. Like, he should really be a 1,200-yard receiver, man, if he can stay healthy.
But so in just this conversation here, in the last 3 minutes, are you understanding the importance of Kadarius Toney potentially being on this team?
I think they could do it without.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see, bro. We'll see, man.
It's not even his play, bro. It's the off the field comments, the IG posts, and going back and forth with Giants fans. It's just a cloud over him.
He wore house slippers to the Super Bowl. So hey, he's a young dude from the gutter. So he's trying to figure it out.
You better hurry up because we ain't got time.
Bro. Like
time is ticking.
Yeah, I'm good. For my receiver number 5. I don't want to deal with the injuries, the off the field, the Instagram. I'm cool on that. Go give me Justin Watson because you know what he gonna do every game. He's gonna play, and you know what he gonna do on the field every game. Even we all complain, why is Justin Watson out here so much last year? But you know what? Every time Patrick Mahomes needed a deep play, that's who he came through. He was comfortable with.
I wouldn't say every time. He dropped one.
The majority of the time.
Let me not say
majority of the time he came through.
Yeah. Well, but look,
Mahomes definitely was more comfortable with him than Tony.
That's true. And I remember halfway through the season, our most reliable receiver was Justin Watson.
Right.
And which is cool. But I brought this up on my show yesterday. Wayne Chrebet was the best player for the Jets for a while, but they didn't win anything. Mm-hmm. If Justin Watson is our best receiver, our ceiling, I need high ceilings. Justin Watson, we can see what his ceiling is. You know what I mean?
Wayne Chrebet. Oh my God.
That was crazy.
But Vel, you want to know the problem? Hey Vel, you want to know what the problem with that is, man? We only see Kadarius have a high ceiling like 2 games a year, probably, and that's it.
Hey, and I feel you. No, I'm taking a flyer, but the tape. I've been to camp. I've seen him up close before he gets hurt. I've seen him on the field. You see what he did in the Super Bowl. If he can figure it out, and look, and here's the thing: if the Chiefs were 8-8, or if we were like the older teams, like when we were trying to fix Dexter McCluster, when we were trying to make Javier Arenas work, we didn't have time for that. All we got is time to see if Kadarius Toney can figure it out now.
But my question to that would be, why does he keep getting these looks instead of Justin Ross, Sky Moore,
Remigio?
Remigio. Why are they not getting 1, 2, 3, 4 different looks? But because he is, and these guys are not character concerns either.
Politics, bro.
In the NBA, some of that, but in the NBA, you can't coach big. In the NFL, you can't coach special. He was a first-round draft pick for a reason. He's special. His head hadn't caught up to his specialness, but I don't think you just move off special. And look, I believe the Chiefs organization agrees with me because he is still on this roster after the foolishness he did last year.
But you are in the camp of he's going to have to perform this training camp. Like he's going to have to show something. Okay, sure. Okay, then that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll let you have that.
No, and if he had a training camp last year, I wouldn't be saying any of this. He had no training camp last year. He got thrown in.
I agree with you on that.
I do too. I do too.
Think the coaching staff put him in a good position last year.
Yeah,
like coming off no training camp, just starting first game, they shouldn't have did that. But again, it was multiple things throughout the season while he was playing.
Hey, that first game, you see how Black Twitter got on him?
You said what's that?
You saw how Black Twitter got on him after that first game. That hurt.
It wasn't just Black Twitter.
I was about to say
it was everybody. Come on, Bill. It was everybody.
Yes.
It was all Twitter.
Come on, man.
So look, hey, we're all grown men, right? We're all grown men. But we have feelings. We have feelings. He couldn't go to get nothing to eat without somebody saying, "Hey, man, you need to retire. You need to quit." So, I think the mental aspect is important. I have a house full of women. I have my wife. And my 3 daughters. They say things to me sometimes that hurt my feelings, but they think, you know what I mean? They think it don't happen because I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing.
And you're not allowed to show that either.
You're not allowed to show it. No, I just come down in my space because I can't.
Hey, but you know the difference between you and Tony?
What's that?
After those women talk about you and say stuff, you still perform. He's not performing. That's the big difference. I'm just saying.
I mean, no, I agree. I think he hasn't performed yet.
My
Somebody
man, Covell said, "Man, can we get off this Kadarius Tony, man?"
Hey, don't worry about it. We on his ass all year about it now, man. He gonna get
you know what?
he wanted.
And you know what? I'll have y'all on. I want y'all to have me on, and let's talk about it because I think he's gonna have a pretty solid season. He's gonna redeem himself.
And I really will be happy if you're right too. I know country will too. We will be.
Yeah, we're not. Nobody would be upset if you're right. Nobody would be upset about that.
Yeah.
But in order to get there, he's gonna have to stay healthy. He's gonna have to perform. We don't need no off-season comments. Don't go trolling the Giants fans. Let that go. He's gonna have to show growth. He's gonna have to show maturity. And we're gonna have to move on and move on in a real way because you made us lose on banner night because you couldn't hold on to the ball, and we can't. We on a 3-peat, bro. I think this go for Tony and everybody else. And I'm sorry, this is a PSA. These are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. These are not reflections of Covell Hudson or Kingdom Cast. I think what Patrick Mahomes said in that press conference, to bring it all the way back, is everybody's on a short leash. You dropping the ball, you will drop on the bench. I'm not playing. I'm trying to get 3. I'm not playing. I don't want it, bro. If you a distraction, you gotta go.
And I think what your point is, just looking at how these teams are built from last year to this year. Last year was like, all right, we're gonna just try to make it work with what we got. This year, they're like, no, we redid the receiver room. We got this, and this. So we don't even need all this back there. We got 3 receivers you done invested, first-round pick, second-round pick, spent big money on. Like, you got all that now. So you don't need Tony, Scott Moore, and all these players like you needed them last year.
Yes,
now these guys need you to be a role player. We got our star receivers. So now it's like, do you fit into those roles? That's why I still like how I'm on your heels about Tony, but this is why I was big on Scott Moore. It's because I think we wasn't using him right. Use him in the slot now that you got receivers that can go out there, and they may or they may
not. Get open. I don't think he can get open.
Boogie, I'm curious to see that too. Are they going to use him properly now that he don't have to be a 3 or a 2? Yeah, are they going to use him properly? When they use him in the slot against the Raiders, he had a good game. He's had multiple good games, but it depends on how they use him. He's not an X. He's not an outside guy. Don't keep him out there all 40 plays. He's running 40 plays and getting 2 targets for nothing.
Yeah. But I think that's because you look at them receivers we had last year. This is one of the only guys that can run all the routes. Now, we got 3 receivers that can do this. So I want to see how we use Scott.
All right, so let's go on. Let's go on transition to another topic here. This is
an interesting conversation, though.
Yeah, it is. But this is a guy that's been pretty popular. Actually, besides here in the United States, he's been kind of popular internationally too. I mean, we talking about the rugby star. They call him Reese Lightning all of a sudden. Louis Rees-Zammit. Okay, so as we can see here, getting his first reps in training camp. There's been some hype about him. It's crazy because like some people think he could be the 3rd down back like how Jet was here. Some people think that he can actually make the team this year. Some people think he can actually contribute in some type of way, whether it's just special teams. So like, Vel, I want to ask you this, bro. Like, does Louis Rees-Zammit even make the 53? Like, is this more like a project to you? Because I think this is more like a project to me with this guy.
I definitely think it's a project. And if this was a Disney movie, he would make the team and be Super Bowl MVP. but that ain't what we doing.
Right.
That ain't what we doing.
Facts.
Those dudes playing football in Pampers. And you don't get to go over there and drink tea and play lacrosse.
Rugby.
Look. No, that's disrespectful.
I know you was getting close.
But you So even the fact that I can mix it up like that, it's good. They got that program where they're bringing players in, and even they got the new kickoff rules where it's going to be different. I can't imagine. I'm a fan of the process. I'm a fan of the process of, you played in middle school, high school, college, and then you go here. I don't really like skipping steps. I don't know what kind of precedent that would set anyway. You know what I mean? Like, what was that movie? Wow, it's another Jets receiver. Remember that Jets receiver?
No, he's about Invincible.
Invincible, yeah, man. We ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got. Yeah, like he looks like an athlete out there, but there's nuances. There's muscle memory that comes into playing football, and I can't imagine he earns a spot. Maybe next year, but I don't know, man. That's a tall task.
Yeah, because there's a mental aspect, and there's also like with rugby. I don't think you have to learn how to pass protect or block in general. So he gotta learn that too. It's a lot of stuff he gotta learn. So
yes, he's never been down by 14 points. Or he's never needed a field, it's so much. Yeah, I'm sure he played Mad, but that don't count. So yeah, I don't.
There's a spot for him on the roster. I think lock down this special team spot first. But I know, shout out to Phillip, man. But trying to throw him on third down and taking Jared McKinnon's, that's too much. That's too much, bro. Every year, though, but this is fans, and y'all know it's Chiefs fans. Every year, there's a Boomer Grisby, there's a Bobby Scipio, there's just wide receivers that we like. There's guys that are folk heroes. Bro, don't do it to him. Don't do it to him. Y'all setting them up.
Yeah,
I agree. There's things that. Just give him. Y'all got to take your chance. Like, take your time, because y'all trying to make him out to be something that he's not already. Like out the gate.
Practice squad.
Oh, please go. Close the door.
He could be a practice squad guy. You still on the learning curve. You still can learn the game while you're on the practice squad. The only way I can maybe see him make the roster is if he does kickoffs. If he returns kicks, maybe. But even then, I'm like.
You got to catch that ball for 10 years before you just know how to step to the NFL. Yeah, Sky Moore didn't figure it out in a year. Oh, man, that's some – I be trying not to throw no shrapnel, man. I be trying not to.
No, I'm with you. It did take Scott Moore some. I don't know, man. Like Chris said in the comments, I'm looking forward to seeing him in St. Joe. I want to see him with some pads on, some live action. I can go look cool out there right now, bro. When you put them pads on and you got that fear of getting hit, it's a whole different story. When you got 250-pound dudes running 4.4s and 4.5, them dudes hitting you, it's gonna be a whole nother story.
And the athlete
special teams, like y'all said, cool. I still don't know if I want to give him a spot yet. I gotta see, bro. I'm waiting to see, like Country said on that. I'm not going all in on that shit.
But the athletes that are in the NFL, I don't know anything about the rugby league, but they ain't got no dudes that could play in the NBA, that could probably play in the MLB. You know what I'm saying? They don't have just universal athletes, freak of nature. I don't believe that they have that.
I'll run about a 4.7, 4.8.
You faster than Cat Williams?
I'll outrun you, Cal. Yeah, you said I'm faster than Cat Williams. Yeah, I'm getting Cat. I'm getting OG up out of there. Yeah, for sure.
That was funny, bro. I wouldn't expect you to say that. And
no. Kyle, I watched rugby
Kyle,
for a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest. Nobody watch rugby, bro. Come on.
A little bit. I haven't watched much rugby, but a little bit, Kyle. That's it.
Yeah, I can outrun you, Kyle, for sure. But nah, I don't watch rugby.
Kyle know he got a bad back. He ain't outrunning
Kyle said he ready. Kyle said he ready for war.
Kyle, don't do that. So
Kyle, you play hockey, bro. You're not a track star, bro. Stop.
Yeah, we can really do that, Kyle. Don't do that, man.
He said we can set it up.
Don't let all these blunts fool you, man.
Is it?
Line it up.
I think the kid. Hey man, let's just relax and bring it down, and let's see what he can do, man. Let's see what he can do. He gonna have. What? How many preseason games we got now? 2 or 3? We still got 3 left.
It's 3.
Yeah, don't get used to that because we about to cut that down to 2 real quick. But he got a couple games. He got weeks of training camp to get it together. We'll see. And Scratch said, "Y'all gonna tear something trying to race."
Not at all. Not at all. Not me. I can't speak for nobody else. Not me. I run every day, man.
Kyle's serious too. Watch, he gonna pull up.
Okay. I'm with it.
He gonna pull up.
But what y'all think, speaking of them running backs, I forgot somebody had tweeted me this shit too. I can't think of their name, but yeah, I'm with Prince trying to see what Prince got a little.
And that was Phillip. Yep.
Phillip, yeah. I'm cool with seeing Prince more, and I know I tweeted him back and said, "Look, this year I'm not doing this shit. I'm not gonna be complaining about Clyde playing and shit. Clyde is gonna get good snaps this year. He should be our third down back. I think he got a better mindset on it. I think Clyde will be better this year."
No, I agree. He's
keep him in that role.
Yeah, he understands his role. He could have went somewhere else. He saw that grown man took his job, and he's accepted that backup role. And I think he can do what Jerick McKinnon does, because Jerick McKinnon's 45 years old now. No offense,
but Jerick McKinnon, man, that we definitely gonna miss that on third down.
Hey, you still got to perform by him, dog. You never know.
Yeah, but I
like the transformation because Clyde somehow became like a power running back towards the end of the season. It was just a much better role. It's not a thunder and lightning type role. Like I'm not gonna say he's fast anymore because the injuries took a little bit out of him. But I'm Clyde gonna be good, man. Clyde gonna be good.
Yeah, no, Clyde.
That's disrespectful.
Cheap labor. No, that's nasty work.
I know. What was the Jerick McKinnon tweet about? Did he? Was there any more, or was that?
I seen that.
He said something about if I could say what's on my mind or something. Chiefs fans, we always think it's about football or us.
And they know that.
It might be a music lyric.
Put that out
there, man, he could be talking about his wife or his girl or his kids or the neighbor. It could be any.
They know we go bite on that country. Why they even put it out there like that?
It's cryptic season, man.
Well, this is when you ain't signed, this is my feelings is hurt type of time. This is what else they gonna do?
True that.
Everybody, you go across the league, there's a whole bunch of dudes talking about they've been done wrong or I got done dirty. That's just, I still know dudes that ain't played college ball in 16 years that still say the coach did them bad. So it's gonna happen this time of year.
Them Stephon Gilmore tweets is coming. They coming.
Hey, that's crazy, bro.
Justin Simmons is coming.
Wait,
I don't know why Justin Simmons ain't slime. That's ridiculous. But
it might be some politics.
Yeah, them Stephon Gilmore tweets about to start flying out. Yeah,
but wait, the Cowboys didn't bring him back.
No,
Cowboys are not a smart organization. So.
You're right about that.
I'm understanding that they direction right now.
Shout out to Jay Tuck, man, but they not.
They're making money. That's all they worried about doing.
That's all they doing.
That's all. Money. Jerry's all about the dollar, man.
Yeah, it's kind
all
of
about
hard
that dollar bill.
To agree with that right now, when you see their moves, you like, what direction are y'all doing with this? But I don't know. Like you said, shout out Jay Tuck though, man. But it's gonna be a long season in Dallas.
Man, again,
it's gonna be close to. It's gonna be the Cowboys are gonna be who they are. They're gonna blow some teams out. They're gonna get everybody hopes up, and then they're gonna disappoint. And then they're gonna disappoint in the playoffs. That's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then they're gonna either lose Dak or Micah Parsons.
Or both.
Or both. They can't lose. They ain't gonna lose both. Jerry ain't gonna let them do that.
They might lose the coach too.
Oh, he for sure going after this year.
Yeah. Who's that coach? Mike McCarthy still?
Yeah, McCarthy still there.
Yeah, you getting that after this year for sure.
Oh yeah,
But thank you, Kyle. The problem is Jerry. It's always been Jerry,
bruh. Until I hate to say this, bro, and these are my thoughts along 2 PSAs in one episode. They not gonna be nothing until Jerry Jones is no longer on this. I'm sorry, bro. He got too much ego. He got too much power. It's too much. Until he get out the way, They're not gonna be what you think they are.
No, yeah, for sure.
And then,
Sorry to say that, man. I hate to say that, but
and here's another, and then I got another topic I want to touch on offense before we switch to the defense side of the ball. The left tackle position. It's between Kingsley Suamataia, the rookie, and Wanye Morris. So, like, who do you expect to win that left tackle spot if we don't bring like a veteran at the last minute?
So I'm hoping Kingsley Suamataia. I've been trying to figure out how to say his name. I'm
Yeah,
hoping
Suamataia, yeah.
Suamataia. I'm hoping he wins. He has the pedigree. He has the size. Once again, in football, you can't coach special. You can't coach freak athlete. So I'm hoping he wins it, and you know he knows to do his recreational things on the Missouri side, unlike Wanye Morris.
Oh gosh,
which is bad decision making. but no, like we saw Wanye Morris step in for an injured. Who got injured? We saw Wanye Morris step in last year, and he was
Donovan Smith got injured for a bit. Yeah.
Yes, and he was average at best. So we can expect that and expect him to get a little bit better, or we can see Kingsley, who has once again a pedigree of being solid. He has the size, he has the athleticism, and you know he has the what is it? He had the press conference yesterday. It sounds like he's focused and ready to go. So I'm hoping it's Kingsley based on that. And you know, one was the 4th round.
And I've been high on Kingsley, man. Like I told people, like when we drafted him, because that was my guy that I predicted that the Chiefs would select. Yeah. I was thinking late 1st round, but the fact that we got him in I believe it's the 2nd round, I can't remember. But the next pick afterwards, that was huge. I mean, because that was like some value right there. So, you know, everyone knows he's Penei Sewell's cousin. You know, like you said, he got the pedigree and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna be a quick learner. I can just tell the kid's gonna be a quick learner. Too. It's not gonna take him long at all to, get the grasp of things.
So what has Wanye been doing while Kingsley been playing? Like, has he been playing for Tuna at guard?
I don't think so.
I think Wanye played little guard in college.
I mean, if Kingsley's getting all the snaps, what is Wanye doing? Like, where is he playing at?
He may be the swing tackle.
I think they're going to be splitting it.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to. I believe going into camp. Well, I agree too, but I think starting training camp, starting whatever, based on respect and being there, I believe I think it's Wanye's job to lose. And I think it's Wanye's job to lose. But I think Kingsley can come in there and just play solid and take him out because I think, once again, his ceiling is higher. And, you know, if the Chiefs have to go back and sign, what's his name, Donovan Smith or another left tackle, I think that would be the Chiefs telling us, all right, we probably messed up.
If the Chiefs sign Donovan Smith, I'm worried.
I'm worried. Exactly. That would mean that they don't believe in either one of those fellas. So I'm hoping Kingsley steps up because if Wanye starts, we could have drafted somebody else. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So like, yeah. So no, I think Kingsley is going to get that spot for sure. Well, I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
That's what I want to.
I kind of hope Wanye could play guard because, man, the way they handing out money to guards in Denver, Trey Smith ain't gonna be here next year. So,
but we all kind of knew Trey Smith wasn't gonna be here even before this job. I mean, even before this year. To me,
yeah, that just solidified it though. That just
with the money Quinn Myers just got, said, man, Trey, he could mess around and get $100 million or close to $100 million over multiple years. So he may be gone.
Yeah, Denver did that on purpose, man. They suck us for that. I said Denver did that on purpose. They suck us for that.
No, I said, cool. We'll take the comp pick. We can go draft another guard, man. Y'all know how I feel about the O-line period. We should do the same thing with center, but I know we not.
Whoa. Take it easy.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, Boogie has been hell bent on the center position because we didn't alternate centers and it's been no problem during the Mahomes era. So that's where he's going with it.
Yeah, but we got lucky with Creed. We got lucky. If he was just another regular center, he's top 3 center in the league. I'd say top 2.
He the best. He the best one to me.
But when we drafted him, we knew he was gonna be good. But I mean, Rodney Hudson was a Pro Bowler, All Pro. Mitch Morris was an All Pro Bowler. We can draft a center and replace the center.
I don't know. That's almost like
and Creed didn't have the best year last year. He had a lot of low snaps last year.
Yeah, he was playing through injury too.
But his past,
he's a great player too. Let me say that he's a great player.
Yeah. Hey, he gets testy when somebody asks about his low snaps. Y'all see that interview?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Hey, he mean mugged him a little bit. He was like, all right, hey, what bad snap?
Yeah, I didn't agree to that question.
But I wonder how much they pay Creed, bro. And you know what? This is something else I seen. I want to ask y'all. I think I seen C-Dot post this. Do y'all think that's weird that during this time of the year we haven't seen the Chiefs re-sign any of the young guys they could re-sign early? Because you know, before this happened, before we got this deep in the offseason, we was hearing them rumblings that Nick Bolton might sign early. We was hearing about all these players, but nobody's signing early. Y'all worried about that?
No,
really. They got a plan.
Yeah. And you know they borrow about $30 million from Mahomes every year, so they ain't got that yet.
And Trav, yeah, they borrowed.
And Travis,
yeah.
So but I think like Nick Bolton, I believe they're trying to see what he's going to do this year. If he's going to stay healthy, if he is, I don't want to be controversial. If he's going to make more tackles at the point of contact.
Last year wasn't a good year for Nick Bolton. I think we all can agree to that.
Yes, he makes a lot of tackles, but a lot of them is after they get by him and then they get like a first down and stuff. So, yeah, I think they're trying to see what he's going to do before they give him that big money because, our linebackers are kind of interchangeable. We won a Super Bowl with Hitchens, so, you know. I say more of that.
We need a Hitchens type. We need an Anthony Hitchens type.
Man, calm down.
I just
wanted to see that look.
Calm down.
You see, I just
wanted to see that look on his face. On Boogie's face. Say we need an Anthony Hitchens type.
Don't do that. You headed down the right path. Don't you do that. You gonna be something. Don't say that.
Boy, just sit down.
No, but yeah, Kyle said in the comments, like I said earlier, Creed was playing through an injury last year to his hand or thumb, whatever, so that played a factor in the low snaps. But to your point about Nick Bolton, I know a lot of Chiefs fans are concerned about the Chiefs bringing back Nick Bolton, or they concerned about the contract that he may get after this season, but I'm really not that concerned because, like, at the end of the day, man, Nick Bolton is better than than a lot of people think. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we first got him, so many people was down on Nick Bolton, and like because they were so concerned about his pass coverage. And yes, his pass coverage is not the best. You know what I'm saying? But he improved that in that area a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we all know the strength of this game is running downhill, making a tackle. You know, hopefully in the backfield. But like you said, Vel, there was times last year when, you know, running backs will get to the second level, they'll get by him, and then that's when he'll make the tackle. So there is that. I agree with you on that. But I don't think it's that big. I don't think it was that major. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, man, I'm gonna be honest, though. He was missed out there sometimes, though.
Yeah, he definitely
was out. It was like
that Green Bay game. That Green Bay game, yes, he was definitely missed. We were down to a third string middle linebacker.
Yeah, we had Jack Cochran out there taking snaps.
We'll see, and I agree. But the thing is, though, I think last year he played like a top 20 linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
I think he played like a top 20 linebacker. But for us to pay him, he has to play like a top 5, top 10 linebacker. It's almost like the Dak Prescott thing. He's a good quarterback, but is he good enough to be the highest paid quarterback in the league? Now you're hurting your team if you pay him, if that makes sense.
So you're talking about
last year he was hurt though. My fault, Chuck. I think he was hurt, just like how y'all said with Creed. I think there is the perception on Bolton is in the NFL, then how Chiefs fans look at him. Like Chiefs fans for some reason, don't look at Nick Bolton like he's a Pro Bowl type linebacker, but the world does. I feel like Chiefs fans are more down on Bolton than other people. He got the problems y'all said, but he definitely make an impact out there.
No, I agree. But he's
always around the ball. I'm with paying him, but I'm with you. We can't break the bank. Like, we can't make him the highest paid linebacker. No.
Oh, nah. Hey, highest paid linebacker in the league? No. But like, Covell, are you saying like he's a top 20 mil linebacker or just linebackers in general?
In the league. Linebackers middle line. Well,
because middle linebacker, I think he barely scratches top 10.
Yeah, but that's cool. Last year he may have played like a top 20 middle linebacker, but I think in reality, if he's healthy, we all agree he's more top 10. It's a little bit higher, maybe.
I'm at around 7.
Okay,
and I don't. Yeah. I'm at around 7, and I don't think because yes, he said ESPN has him as a top 5 linebacker, and a lot of people aren't talking about this, but the freak, because once again, I've mentioned it a few times. The freak athlete that we lost was Willie Gay. Mm-hmm. And I think Willie Gay, he wasn't always where he was supposed to be. He didn't always read it the best, but he was always going to get there because the speed made up for it. Mm-hmm. So that covered up a lot of things. So next year, not having that freak athlete out there, I think that could affect Bolton a little bit.
So, but my fault.
No, you're good.
Don't you think that Leo Chanel can maybe replace that? Because I think Leo Chanel, he kind of a freak athlete himself.
He is, but he's good at running downhill to that quarterback. As far as, like the swarm drill that everybody ran, I don't know about that. Willie was elite at that. I don't know if he was elite at anything else for real, but he was elite at taking an angle to the ball. And Leo Chanel is not going to take over for that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like Leo still is more of a pass rusher.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, he did show. I think
he played good.
Year, they gave him more, and he performed. So I'm with you, Chuck. I want to see how we use Leo, because I know we got Tranquil signed up, but like, are they gonna really use Leo, or we gonna keep him in that linebacker, or we gonna still make him a hybrid type? Like, what we gonna do with that?
But see, that's the question though. See, like in me, I want freaks. I want freaking natures. I want freaks out there. I want athletes, people that can do more than what the regular human can do. And what I mean by that, I think Kadarius Toney. I don't even want to use Kadarius Toney. I think Xavier Worthy is a freak athlete, but I think Sky Moore is more on the regular side of things.
Yep.
If that makes sense. So I always want somebody with a higher ceiling. I'll put up with more if you got the ceiling.
Look, and as far as like you mentioned ceiling, right? Because I think I heard 2 people say that Leo Chanel, if he gets the opportunity, he might become somewhat of a great value Luke Kuechly. And I was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? But if we get that type of player, great. But I think Leo Chanel can do some things, whether he's playing on the line or playing linebacker. So we'll see how they use him.
Bro. That's racist.
What?
Because they the same shade?
Yeah,
you said that's racist.
Bro, we're not doing.
Hey, Luke Kuechly was a dog, though, bro.
I know what Luke Kuechly is. No, we're not doing that. Leo, I love you. We're not doing that. No.
I'm not comparing him to that. I'm not comparing him to Luke Kuechly, but hey, listen, if we get that, great. That's awesome.
If we get that, that'd be fabulous. But I'm not expecting that at all. I don't think Leo is expecting it.
Right.
Hey, if he turned it to Luke, there is no more discussion about Brett Veach, man. There's no more discussion.
I don't think it is now.
Right. He already been snapped to me. So, but since we own the defense now, I want to talk about FAU, man. Felix Anudike Uzoma. Year 2. What that looks like for him? Because we see he's still putting to work with Tomba in the offseason, working on some stuff and everything. We know Charles Emmanuel, he's still rehabbing from his ACL. He probably gonna be out for some games. I mean, so like, what's the expectation for Felix in year 2? As far as where he's going,
I'm putting him at what George was year 1. How he may not be getting to the quarterback, but he's every aspect of the game. You know what I'm saying? He batting passes, he's stopping run blocks. He's doing things. He might not be getting the sack numbers, but he's contributing to the game. Like I'm going there, and then towards week 8, week 10, okay, now he put it all together. You know, George's first season, like he was filling the stat box, and then like week 10, week 12, he started putting it together, and he's like, okay, all right, so that's what you are. So I want to see that with Felix.
Well, I feel like the Chiefs, when they signed Mike Dana to that deal in the offseason, they kind of let you know what they thought of FAU for this year, I believe. So I remember last year I was doing Covell's Keys,
Right.
and when I was going up to I was going up to the camp, and one of the questions I asked him, though, the struggles in camp, is it mental or physical?
Yeah, I
He
remember
said
that.
it was both, and that hurt my feelings a little bit because that ain't what you want to hear, especially from your high draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
So like even watching him this year, he made plays accidentally because he's just talented, but it's as far as where to be, where to line up, what's my responsibility. So that's going to be a big deal watching in this training camp to see if he's able to, if the game is slowed down for him, because it still seems real fast. So, but like you said, Country Boy, yes, I believe he's going to play behind Karlaftis, and they're going to put him in sparingly every once in a while like they tried to this year. But this last year, it was too many plays where he just got his butt beat. So I think this is almost a make or break year for him, as far as them thinking he's going to be able to make a big impact.
But even with his lack of playing, when he was in the Super Bowl, he didn't look out of place.
The plays
where he belonged.
He looked like he belonged on plays that he looked good. But the plays where he didn't look good, he looked like, what's he doing right there? Why is his back turned? Why is he? It was a play where he got blocked in his back. It just got pushed out of the way. It was a few of those. So it's just places he's not sure where he's supposed to go. Or what's
as long as he ain't D4, that's all.
Hey, it took D Ford 4 years to end up having a pretty good game, and we ain't trying to wait for FAU like that. I mean, good season,
man.
But
yeah, he ain't gonna take that long. I got more faith in the kid than that.
I was about to say, do y'all think the FAU thing is similar to McCole, where are we judging him based on where he got drafted or what type of player he's gonna be?
Right now, it's where he got drafted.
But I think it's both. The NFL is a place. The NFL is a thing. I guess kind of the NBA too. In these professional sports, you get out there, you in the building for a year, 2 years. We know if you're going to be that dude. We know what you're going to be. So I think if he doesn't have a solid camp and he's not a big part of the rotation, the first 4 games of the season, I think that's about what he's going to be, if that makes sense. It sounds rude. And, I was actually I actually felt like the Chiefs got pressured into drafting him, to be honest, because he was the hometown boy. He's from down the street. So I
was just about to ask you that too, man. Did you think that was more like because like the draft was in Kansas City, or do you believe the Chiefs really think he can be something in his organization?
Yeah, I think it was because he was from Kansas City. It was a good story. Like the Chiefs tried to beat the Cowboys for a little bit. Let's get a good story out there. It feels good. So yeah, and look, like I said, I've seen him out there practice. He has the tools. He has the physical tools. Once again, he has that's special. But once again, if he can't get out there and do it, Mike Dana, nobody was expecting Mike Dana to hold him off and then get an extension. With FAU in the building. That shouldn't have happened. So that's that kind of lets me know what they were thinking about him.
Yeah, like when Mike Dana was a free agent, I was just thinking like with how he's contributed in his limited role here, I was thinking like he's one of Spag's guys. And I just feel like Spags wasn't gonna let him out the building, let him out the organization. That was my feeling.
Mike
So-
Daniels played his ass off though. Like we not are we throwing that away?
No.
Country. I brought that up.
Oh, okay.
I just brought up how he's been contributing here.
See, Chuck, the opposite of you, Chuck. I thought with him playing like that on limited snaps and he young, I'm like, oh, he going to get the bag. He got the ring. He going bag chasing. Maybe
that's what I thought.
Market wasn't what he thought yet.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was coming back. I didn't think he was coming back. Willie Gay, they young, they coming off Super Bowl, back-to-back Super Bowl wins. You didn't got. It's time to get your money. So
man,
I was surprised.
Willie Gay could have stayed for that little money he got.
Hey, they were tired of Willie. I think they were tired of Willie because you saw what he got paid, but they want like Spags is a very specific dude. You remember when Willie first got here, they wasn't playing him, and that made me mad. They wouldn't remember he got hurt and then he wasn't putting them in. And I think Spags is a technician. He said, I need you to be here. I need you to be here so this can happen and this can happen. Willie's like, hey, I've been a freak my whole life. No Diddy. You know what I mean? But he's like, I've been a freak my whole life. I'm just going to get there and make the play. You know what I mean? And I don't think Spags ever liked that type of thing. It was another Dorian O'Daniel, I think. Remember Dorian O'Daniel?
Oh man. I was
DOD.
Man, I had expectations for Dorian. I thought he was gonna be a player here.
But I think he could have been. Spags wasn't having all that. Hey, you ain't about to depend on your athleticism. You're gonna get where I want you to be. And I don't think he ever figured that out.
Who was the middle linebacker when we had him? It wasn't Maga, was it?
It was somebody.
It might have been.
No, I know who you're talking about. And every time he got on the field, it was barbecue chicken.
It wasn't Neiman, was it?
That was your boy, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Neiman?
That was Neiman. Man, me and
Neiman.
Country used to complain about, like, just at least try him, man. Like, just try him.
Yeah.
He can't be no worse than that. They would never play him. Just on
Neiman,
special teams, man.
Neiman was going to be where he was supposed to be. He didn't care if he got ran over or beat.
Or
he was going to be where he was supposed to be.
He was smart. If you could have put his brain in Willie Gay's body, it would have been the perfect player.
Yes.
Yep.
And even
Spags.
Hitchens, he was going to be in that spot. He was going to relay the message how Spags wanted it. He wasn't going to do nothing special, though.
Right.
That's another trigger word on this podcast, man. You can't mention that.
Ben Neiman was nothing special whatsoever.
No.
He just had a brain.
You really hit him with two trigger words, man.
Reggie Ragland. Oh, man.
Hey, I like Reggie Ragland.
Now, I will say, at least Reggie Ragland, when he first got here, he was laying that wood. Pause. He was laying the wood. I give him that. I got him better than fucking Ben Neiman.
Well,
man, anybody is better than
I was
Ben
better
Neiman.
than Ben Neiman. No, it felt disrespectful because Neiman played in front of Willie and Dorian, and there was some other guy too. I forgot his name. But that's when I thought Spags was going to end up losing his job, to be completely honest.
It was him and Sorensen that they would always play.
We
was on here arguing. I'm not arguing. We was talking about this every week. We was coming on here on Monday. Man, Sorensen and Neiman get more than 50% of this. We was doing this every week, man. So, yeah.
Ooh, that was some bad times, man.
Crazy times, man.
It really got to the point where it was counting.
We're not about to do Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan won us some games now.
Dirty Dan, man.
Yeah, he had moments.
3 games.
Yeah, some moments.
3 games.
Yeah, some moments.
He had some moments. We should have kept Colin Saunders.
He tackled the punter. He tackled the quarterback. And that's them the only plays we remember. Other than that, we saw him behind somebody catching a touchdown.
I don't
know because Phillip Rivers has nightmares about Dan Sorensen.
Exactly. In that Mexico game, he got an interception to seal the game.
The game winning interception.
Yeah, game sealing interception.
Hey, you know why Phillip Rivers doesn't have nightmares? Because every other week he did that. He's used to doing that. He used to find somebody else to pick the ball off late. He's almost like the new era, the old Aaron Rodgers. Man, I'm just throwing shrapnel.
Look,
I wouldn't even
boy right there.
Oh man. But yeah, let's talk about the secondary because this is the position battle that I'm very interested in. Okay, so like we lost L'Jarius Sneed. We got Trent McDuffie. You know, he made the first team All-Pro in the slot. But we got some young guys that are coming back from injury, or or just being new to the organization in general. So like Brian Cook, he coming back from injury. Najee Johnson, he coming back from injury. Like we saw him possibly being a starter before he got hurt in camp last year from some reports that we saw. Then we got Justin Watson and Jalen Watson. Was it? Yeah, Jalen Watson. Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams.
Yeah.
Joshua Williams. They still there. And then you got Jamari Connor, the young bull that was coming to his own in his limited role. And then you got the young bull from Washington State.
Kamal.
Kamal. So like, how do you think this is gonna play out with the secondary? Like, how do you expect Spags to use all these young talented guys?
So like I like Najee Johnson because they were saying he may have started last year, but he's 5'10", 199 pounds. 5'10" is kind of problematic to me because Snead was 6'1", 190 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And what he brought was the physicality. McDuffie, he's physical, but he's not. Yeah, he's kind of a smaller frame fella.
Oh,
he reminds me of Cassidy. I get like at the station, nobody knows who Cassidy is, of course. But doesn't he remind y'all of Cassidy?
Not the rapper.
Yeah, Trent McDuffie. He talked like him and everything.
Yo, you wild. You wild.
He looked like him and everything. He looked and talked just like Cassidy. All right, that's off subject. That's off subject. But Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams should step up. But these last 2 years after their rookie year, they both have kind of fell off. That's why Najee was probably going to get the spot last year. So I'm actually hoping it is Joshua Williams. He's the biggest body. I feel like he has a lot of – what did he say? I saw 8'10". No, yeah. No, fair enough. They know Taylor Swift though. But
boy.
But yeah, I'm hoping Joshua Williams, he has the size, the physicality, and once again, I like to talk about special and I like to talk about the ceiling. If he would have played some D1 ball, I think he would have been a straight baller. Him playing at a smaller team, smaller school hurt him a little bit, but Najee Johnson, he's just not big enough for what I think we need on the Chiefs secondary, if that makes sense. What y'all think?
Interesting. I'll say this. Like, if Najee can get back to the form he once had in training camp, then he might have a role on this team somewhat. I don't know about starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of depends on like how Brian Cook is progressing and everything, but. I think it's gonna be pretty solidified with like Brian Cook if he comes back from injury in time, and Justin Reed back there, and then
he's out there running around. He back.
Brian Cook been in Chris Thompson gym boxing, man. He looked like he ready to go.
Oh, so
that's a crazy dude. No, that's a crazy dude.
Hey, that's one of my guys. That's one of my guys, man. So all right, we straight there. Cornerback. Trent gonna be in the slot most of the time. You'll see him outside here and there. And then I think.
Questionable, Chuck.
What you mean?
About Trent just being in the slot.
No, I didn't say just being in the slot. I said he's gonna be on the outside some too.
Okay.
And then I think it's gonna be Jalen and Joshua because they just been here longer. They've been playing quite a bit. They've been through the playoff runs and all that, through the grind and everything. So it's just all about the other guys fitting in. Shamari, I'm just interested to see what they're gonna do with Shamari because I think Shamari can definitely break out.
Yeah,
and be a good player on this team. It's just a matter of how Spags going to use him.
I'm higher on him than y'all are on Johnson. How y'all feel about Najee Johnson? That's how I feel about Connor.
No, I agree.
I'm with that.
That's more where I am too.
Yeah, I'm with that too, Bug.
But I was saying, what Chuck was saying about McDuffie, and I didn't say this on the episode before. With Snead leaving, I wonder, are they gonna say, okay, McDuffie, we're gonna still just let you be the slot corner, or are they gonna say, hey, look. After this year, man, you go get that contract. We need you outside now and doing inside or trailing. Or I really want to see what's the game for McDuffie this year.
Like, I'm not going to use them how you've been using them, though.
I believe I'm not going to say I'm the most connected fella out here, but from what I'm hearing, they're planning on using McDuffie the same way they kind of used him last year, which isn't the most exciting to me. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And once again, he ain't the biggest fella. So, him in the slot, I think him going in there to rush the passer and things like that, I guess that's cool. It's just putting a lot of that means you got two new guys on the outside, which seems kind of iffy to me. But we got to give them the benefit of the doubt a little bit, which is tough to do for sure.
I think McDuffie's gonna go outside this year. I'm gonna be in the minority. I think McDuffie goes outside this year.
I think he will, but I think he's majority gonna be in the slot.
I mean, that's where I'm at.
I think
Josh and Jalen gonna be outside, and he'll be in the slot motion. He might move though. Why not move him like you did Snead? Are you gonna move him into the Snead role of, hey, you take that guy?
He ain't Snead. Like
no, he's not.
I mean, he's not Snead. Yeah, he's not Snead, but we saw in the Super Bowl he can come out the blitz in that slot too and disrupt things as well.
He can, but Snead against Tyreek Hill in that playoff game, the last series of the game, when he jammed his ass to
beat him up, man. He beat his ass.
Yeah, like that was a big reason why all those receivers last year, those big name receivers, didn't have good games against us. So
that's a fact.
And I don't think McDuffie brings that. McDuffie got, I'm gonna cover you. I'm gonna cover you like a blanket. And Snead was like, I'm gonna hit you in your mouth, blankety blank blank. And that's a big difference. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm hoping, like Shamari, Joshua Williams, or Jalen gets out there because they're more physical. And that's what I think, we need a lot more physicality on the outside. And let McDuffie do what he do. I don't need to see him out there against, I don't need to see that. Same. I don't need to see Sky Moore out there. I don't need to see McDuffie out there.
Nah, we need to see McDuffie out there, man. McDuffie, man, listen, to me, when I went back and watched the Super Bowl a few times, I thought he was the MVP of the Super Bowl to me. Like, of course, Patrick gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the QB of the team. He scored the final. He helped score the final touchdown drive and everything. And Patrick got a solid game, but like McDuffie, I feel like his impact was felt a little more in that Super Bowl, in my opinion.
Well, I say but we had Snead causing trouble, having people scared.
Oh, absolutely. They both was though. They both was terrorizing.
I'm just hoping it looked the same without Snead. That's just my concern.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of a drop off, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of a drop off.
But I think we're gonna have a drop off on defense, but we're gonna be back scoring 35 points. So do you really need the defense from last year when Mahomes is, like you were saying, back scoring 50 touchdowns? I don't think you gotta have a top 5 defense.
And I think that's why they made the move.
We needed a top 5 defense. We couldn't score.
Yeah.
Now I think it's back to having fun, man. Don't leave for the restroom. They didn't win deep touchdown. Like it's gonna be back to that. That's what I think.
That's the expectation.
Yeah,
you want 2018.
I do.
I wouldn't mind it.
MVS deep. I want Xavier, Hollywood. I want that. I want them running and doing one of those, man. Not dropping it, and y'all know how it was last year, man.
Well, and that's another thing. Andy Reid and the Chiefs doubled down on small receivers. Doubled down, tripled down on it. So let's see. Let's just hope that doesn't affect us in a negative way, if that makes sense.
Well, we still got Rashee Rice, and we still got Kelsey. I know Kelsey ain't a receiver, but we still got some bodies for that inside. Rashee Rice and Travis Kelsey should be taking all that middle inside stuff. We got them guys to go deep in doing that vertical. I think we're gonna be cool. I'm with y'all. I always agree. I do want a bigger receiver, but long as we got them two, I mean, we'll be all right. They can catch some contested catches between them two.
No, yeah,
for sure.
No, yeah, they can get some space. And I'm pretty high on Jaden Hicks because I think we got him as a steal.
That's what I was trying to think of. Jaden Hicks. Yeah, that was the name that couldn't pop in my head earlier.
Tight end, right?
No.
You're talking about Jared Wiley.
Wiley.
Yeah. And Jared Wiley, I don't know if he has the special Kelsey got. He got the size, but I don't know about the special. But Jaden Hicks, he can do what Edwards role from last year, and I think he's going to be all right with that.
Yeah, he's definitely a hell of a ball hawk and safety.
Yeah, and I'm hoping they don't tab him to replace Justin, not Justin. It's our safety.
Yeah, it probably is Justin Reed. I think Justin Reed probably is
Justin Reed. Yeah. Yeah, but he feels like the calming, soothing, the leader, because
he seemed like the leader for sure.
Yeah, he's the bigger, stronger, less whiny Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh man, y'all ain't gonna talk about my boy tonight, dog.
I'm just saying, he was under him for a minute too in Houston, so he got that game from that.
Kyle, hold on, Kyle. We've been brought up Shamari and Brian Cook. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just
we talking about it.
Yeah. Did none of us have fun watching that shit last year?
Hell no, we didn't score. We had like 6. There were 6 games we didn't score a single touchdown in the second half or a single point.
It was getting crazy.
Hey, to be honest, all year I took heat for it because I said last year was probably the best Chiefs team we seen. Better than the other teams that won the Super Bowl. Better than a team that got beat by Tom Brady and Dee Ford. No, I think last year was the best team the Chiefs put together because it was balanced.
It was the most complete team. I don't know if it was the best team. It was the most complete team. I think 2020 was the best team.
I definitely don't agree with that.
Most balance is tough.
I get what you're saying with the defense. This is definitely the best defense we've had with Mahomes.
Yeah.
But, man, them receivers was horrible, bro.
Well, they was, but it was more the offense wasn't here and the defense here.
But the defense wasn't here. Down here. That offense, and then you got to add in, we ain't talked about him all day, Mr. Penalty over there on that right side. It was a long year on offense, bro. It was a long year.
Well, hey, but you know what? I talked about that last year. L'Jarius Sneed led the league in penalties.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Our right tackle. What's his name?
Jawan Taylor.
You talking about Jawan Taylor?
Jawan Taylor led the league in offensive penalties, but they was knocking folk down. He was protecting Mahomes, so I ain't even got a problem with it, to be honest. I ain't tripping about those penalties, those offsides, those whatever. Because he played. The PFF disrespected him a little bit, but I think he played pretty good.
He better have a better year this year. If he don't have a better year this year, I'm telling y'all now, them two already know I'm going to be the first one saying, let's get out of that contract after next year. I'm going to be the first one if he play like this next year.
Yeah, Jawan Taylor was getting targeted early in the season too, bro. He definitely was. In Jacksonville, he played the same way. They weren't calling no penalties on like that. And like Lane Johnson, he down there doing the same thing as Jawan Taylor as far as like the get up.
Hey man, that's an all pro you talking to.
But still the same thing.
He an all pro. He can get that. You Jawan Taylor,
come on, bro.
Do it the right way, man.
Jawan Taylor's playing good in Jacksonville all this time. Then all of a sudden you get to the Chiefs, a Super Bowl contender team. Then all of a sudden you want to throw. Nah.
No, exactly. No,
he played well all through the playoffs too, and the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah,
he's gonna be better. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried either. This would be like his first. This would be like his first really true full off season with the Chiefs. Mini camp, all that. Yeah.
He had to redo his whole. They was picking on him, so he had to redo his whole thing. But we be gonna be all right, man. This might be one of the best. This might be. We're gonna take a little slight hit in defense, but this might be a more complete team too.
On paper,
offense and defense. On paper too.
No, yeah, for sure. And like I've been trying to keep my 17-0 talk. I've been waiting. I'm trying to wait.
Not with this schedule. This schedule too hard for that.
So Bill, let me go on into that because this is another thing that the Chiefs gonna have to scratch off as far as NFL history. So there's no NFL team with a bye week before week 7, I believe. No team has ever won a Super Bowl when they had a bye week before week 7. So right now, the Chiefs have a bye week in week 6. I mean, how do you feeling? You think the Chiefs gonna be the first team to three-peat and then scratch that off?
See,
You
and
think they
like
make a deep run?
see, it's so hard having this conversation because I say yes because I know I'm biased. I know that. Like, you know what I mean? I know that, I'm self-aware. But the path that the Chiefs had last year, like, it's that almost can't be replicated, if that makes sense. I don't think it can be as hard this year as it was last year. The teams they beat in the playoffs, what they had to come through during the season. So, like, what was the specific question? Because, sometimes my brain just take me go sing this Star Spangled Banner and shit.
Like, do you do you think they scratch off NFL history as far as like no team ever winning the Super Bowl having a bye week before week 7?
Yeah, easy.
Man, as long as we get in the playoffs, bro, it don't have to look pretty.
I mean,
we get on the playoffs.
Like you said, we won 11 games last year. We won the Super Bowl, so I mean, as long as we in there.
No, yeah, I think for the Chiefs, it's a lot of things that factor in that don't factor with the Chiefs as it would other teams. Because, once again, we were there before. Remember, we were like, oh, we gotta play a Thursday and then a Sunday. But like the Chiefs have done all that. You know what I mean? Like everybody else is gonna complain about their schedules and complain about all this other stuff. But the Chiefs don't have to, because there's not one thing that the Chiefs haven't been through in this Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era that they haven't
major injuries. That's the only thing. We had the little Mahomes injury, but we haven't had, knock on wood.
That's what I'm about to say. I was like, that feels sacrilegious.
A little too far. Let me dial it back.
Yeah.
Player missed extended time during our run yet. Shout out to our medical
training staff.
Yeah, Rick Burkholder, all of them.
Shout out them. To me, that's the only thing holding us back, man. That
for sure.
And like healthy in January.
Yeah. And like I wasn't gonna say that, but I agree. It's always in the back of my head, but it's hard to say it. Because especially how black folk be. They're like, hey, don't speak it into existence. Like, nah, that ain't. but no, yeah, like like I don't know when I'm gonna start it, but I'm gonna start 17-0 watch here pretty soon.
I got about 12. Let me see, 12 and 5.
I just don't see. You look at the Chiefs' schedule. I don't see 5 losses.
Yeah, I really think. I really think before the bye week, this team maybe it'll go undefeated or they might lose one game. I feel like this team can go undefeated before the bye week.
Oh, before the bye week, okay.
Yeah, I think. But what's going to be surprising is I'm interested to see how they're going to play against the Raiders after they play the Niners, because we've been having the Niners number for a very long time. I mean, really, ever since Patrick Mahomes took over, we've been having the Niners number. But after that game, I'm interested to see how they're going to respond that very next week in Vegas. But yeah, I think I'm with that, Lonnie. No less than 12 wins. I think that's about right.
Yeah, I'm at until I see them. Until I see some holes. Until I see specifically this is what's going to hold the Chiefs back. I'm almost calling for a 1-loss season, and that's just at the end of the season or something like that. And I'm trying not to talk crazy, but I think, and like 3 things last year. If we had one more receiver that could play ball, if Travis Kelce and Chris Jones didn't start the season so weird. 17-0 was on the board last year. It shows that because the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. So, and what I was saying all last year, the only team that can beat the Chiefs is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Besides,
we've been saying for a while.
You sound like this dude.
Yeah, for sure. Besides Jordan Love, he came and smacked us up for a little bit. I don't know why exactly, but yeah.
But yeah, exactly. But like, I mean, here's another thing I'm interested to watch. After we played them division games late in the year, when we play at home against the Raiders and the Chargers, after we played them, we got that 3-game stretch in like 10 days. Like Cleveland and Houston and Pittsburgh. That's gonna be kind of tough after playing 2 divisional games.
We losing one of those games.
So that's another thing I'm gonna keep an eye on.
3 games in
schedules.
10 days. I can't even be mad at us not going 3-0 in that stretch. That shit's gonna be tough, man. Like any knick-knack injury you got in those little 3 games, you missing 2 games, man. Like we'll use you for the 3rd one. It's gonna be too tight, man.
Yeah.
Just make it to the playoffs, man.
Yep,
Yeah,
just be in good health. Just be in good health before the playoffs.
Just make it healthy to the playoffs, and we'll worry about the rest later on.
Yeah. So
sure.
that covers everything for me, man. Like, so y'all, the rest of y'all got anything for Avell before we get up out of here?
No, we covered everything, man. Just time.
The punt god.
Oh, Matt Rice. Okay.
The punt god. I think that's a big thing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got rid of our good punter. The Chiefs punted less than anybody in the league, but this point guard is going to be important for him. He has the power, but I think it's going to be important to see if he can, if we're at the 45-yard line and we have to punt, and if he can put it on in the 10-yard, in the 10-yard, you know what I'm talking about.
Put pin inside the 10.
Yes, if he can pin him inside of the 10, that's what our last guy, Tommy Townsend.
Yeah.
That's what he was good at. The accuracy, and he had power. So I think that's another thing that's important to look out for, because they got rid of his competition early. So we're all of our eggs is in one basket with this dude. You know what I mean? So,
but I mean, he was like that before this little legal stuff, though, right?
Yeah, but it's the league.
Oh yeah.
So
but he was a power guy.
Tobe with that, I'm confident in Tobe with special teams for the most part. If
I feel
a punter and he said he's confident in him, and we've seen him what he's did in the past, I think he'll be okay.
I think he's gonna be cool. But the accuracy and then holding the field goal. So like those are 2 big things. Yeah. Accuracy and holding the field goal are 2 big things that I think is going to be important to see how he develops, because that's going to be new stuff for him.
Because you see what Colquitt was saying when we was having them issues.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's fixed this year.
For sure.
Yeah, that's definitely an important point you put there, Phil. Like, like the short field, like, is he gonna be accurate in, like, down in the ball, pinning inside the 10, So that's definitely
that was
important.
Pivotal last year, especially with the offensive struggles.
Exactly. So I'm with that.
Yeah.
All right, Phil. So I mean, that's it for us, man. Like, anything else you got going on? I know you got a comedy show coming up.
No, yeah. I got a comedy show July 21st, 7 p.m. Monisha Williams, that's my homegirl. She's recording her special. I'm doing a special guest spot. I don't usually perform in the city, but I got a few scheduled because I got to give back, so to speak. But no, Comedy Club, Kansas City, 7:00 on Sunday, and check me out at Sports Radio 810. I'm gonna be working on my social media. I'm gonna do a better job. I'm trying to be less of an old man, but other than that, I appreciate y'all for having me coming on here, man.
Appreciate
for sure, most definitely. And we could definitely run this back again.
For sure.
All right, for sure. Let me know, and I'll have y'all come to the studio one of these weeknights.
So that's a bet.
Okay. Okay, bet. No, I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right. So that being said, fellas, training camp right around the corner this Sunday, the very first official day for the public to come out. I believe it's $5 day at St. Joe for this Sunday, and then the season ticket holder day the next day, I believe. So
people pay to go to camp.
I mean,
never mind.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's the Chiefs. I mean, especially since we winning now. So.
Yeah, it's not the Royals and all.
Yeah,
the Royals that held it down. Shout out to the Royals, man. They still on. So yeah.
Shout out to Bobby Witt, almost won that home run derby, though.
Man, he was that
real,
close.
Though.
He was that close, man.
You missed it by that much.
Different script. That was a different script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who your favorite comedian right now?
My favorite comedian, and like I ain't disrespect nobody current, but just like rappers, I like the people that came before us. Patrice O'Neal, that was my favorite comedian.
Ah, yeah.
Bill Burr. Yeah. But right now it's Chappelle. I like the people that got something to say. Cat Williams, you just like my comedy. I don't just be saying stuff. I like to say things for you to think, thought provoking. I like to give game and stuff like that. So yeah, Patrice O'Neal is definitely my GOAT though.
Yeah,
that's a good list right there. I'll mess with it.
I'm listening to Ali Sadiq a lot right now. That's my guy right now.
He's nice, but it's like Kendrick Lamar music before this Drake beef. It's like I don't need. It's too heavy right now.
Oh
man.
no.
Oh man.
I just want to bow my head.
Have a nice night, Covell.
That concludes another episode of Kingdom Cast.
All right, y'all.
But but don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on social media platforms. Till the next episode, we out.
I see dead people.
Must
Muscle on a beat.